All right, everyone. Hold on to your seats because this story is wild. The View's Sunny Hostin is facing a media storm, but not for her usual outspoken opinions. This time, it's her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, who's making headlines after being caught up in one of the largest RICO fraud cases in New York's history. Yup, the scandal is so big that ABC might just be showing Sunny the door. Let's dive into this jaw-dropping saga and see how things are unraveling.
The View co-host Sunny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Hostin, has been accused of federal insurance fraud. According to a new lawsuit obtained by Page Six, the orthopedic surgeon was one of 200 defendants named in one of the biggest racketeer influence and corrupt organization cases ever filed in New York. Emmanuel was accused of federal insurance fraud and, quote, getting kickbacks by performing surgery and billing a company that insured taxi companies and Uber and Lyft drivers. According to the documents, he knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgeries. The insurance firm, American Transit, was then billed in exchange for kickbacks and other compensation, which were disguised as dividends or other cash distributions. Emmanuel denied the allegations via a statement through his lawyer, telling Daily Mail that his client, quote, denies each and every allegation and that the lawsuit is a blanket, scattershot, meritless lawsuit by a near-bankrupt insurance carrier.
So, here's the backstory. Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, a respected orthopedic surgeon, is accused of being part of a massive insurance fraud scheme involving over 200 defendants. Yes, you heard that right. 200. This isn't your run-of-the-mill scandal. We're talking alleged kickbacks, unnecessary surgeries, and insurance claims targeting taxi, Uber, and Lyft drivers. The insurance company, American Transit, claims they were duped into footing the bill for procedures that might not have even been necessary. Can you believe it? According to the lawsuit, Dr. Hostin is accused of disguising kickbacks as dividends or cash distributions. In simpler terms, they're saying he orchestrated a sophisticated scheme to game the system. The cherry on top, these surgeries, arthroscopic ones to be exact, were allegedly performed without medical necessity.
It's always the people that always do the pointing, and it always comes back to them, all right? So when you said this is the largest RICO case ever filed in the state of New York, you guys wrap that around your brain. That's bigger than the mafia case. Like the mafia one was number one. This one takes it over. So he was scamming insurance companies from taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and Lyft drivers. He was performing unnecessary surgeries and then providing fraudulent medical services in exchange for the kickbacks.
Now, that's not just unethical. It's outright illegal if true. But wait, Dr. Hostin's legal team isn't backing down. They've called the lawsuit meritless and claim it's a desperate move by a financially struggling insurance company. So, who's telling the truth? Well, that's what the courts are going to decide. Meanwhile, Sunny Hostin's professional life is getting rocked by the fallout.
I would call this karma. I think a lot of people would. And it's not just about that. It's just about the way that she lives her life and how she projects herself on TV. I think ultimately, if you keep sending out negative energy towards people, you're only going to get that back in so many different ways.
Her husband is literally doing fraud. And maybe, just maybe, when she said it live on television, that they decided that they're going to do an investigation into her husband. Because they like, he doing what? He's taking people, listen to this, people that don't have the coverage. He's accepting the surgery and later suing the insurance company.
I mean, you're married. Tom, you're married. If your husband's doing something, if he's allegedly doing something like this, you guys would know if your wives were up to some nefarious stuff. Let's just not forget who she is. She's been, for years, lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic failures, and look at her track record. How many times has she had to go on in the past 2 months and look at the camera and do a legal apology for all the stuff that she said on the show?
I have a legal note.
Do you want to take this one, Joy, or are you
Matt
good?
Gates has long denied all allegations and has not been charged with any crime.
That's true.
Also, another legal note, Pete Hegseth's lawyer said he paid the woman in 2023 to head off the threat of a baseless lawsuit.
Oh.
He has denied any wrongdoing.
That's interesting. Pay off the witness.
Known for her bold takes on everything from January 6th to healthcare reform, Sunny's no stranger to controversy. But this might be her toughest challenge yet. ABC is reportedly reconsidering her future on The View, with sources saying the network is worried about the show's reputation. And honestly, can you blame them? Here's the kicker. Sunny has been incredibly vocal about accountability, justice, and holding public figures to high standards. Remember her countless jabs at Donald Trump over his lawsuits.
Something that I'm still struggling with, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on, is how did a convicted felon resonate more with Americans than a hyper-qualified woman of color?
I mean, I just didn't like the optics of a convicted felon sitting in the White House near a fireplace.
Now, as Whoopi said, that we have a convicted felon in the White House. Those questions should not be asked of anyone, anytime, anywhere.
Are you saying people who are felons can't vote? Well, why are you letting them run the country? Why is that
Remember her fiery debates on The View? Or when she compared certain political events to historic atrocities? Now, with her own family in the spotlight, her critics are calling her out for what they see as hypocrisy. Talk about a plot twist. Now, let's not forget, Sunny and Emmanuel have been married since 1998, raising 2 kids and sharing what seemed like the perfect life. It's almost surreal to see their family thrust into this public legal drama. And while Sunny has often talked about her husband on air, this level of scrutiny is something no one could have prepared for. So, what do you think, guys? Is this lawsuit a desperate move by the insurance company, or is there something more to the allegations? Let me know in the comments below, because this is one of those stories where everyone has an opinion. But this case isn't just about the Hostins. It's about the integrity of our healthcare system, the ethics of insurance practices, and how public figures navigate personal scandals. If Dr. Hostin is found guilty, it could lead to serious reforms and potentially set a precedent for similar cases nationwide.
Here's a clip I want you guys to see of Sunny Hostin on The View, Tom, basically implicating her husband in this type of a scheme. Play the clip, Rob.
I mean, I agree with mostly everything that's been said. I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance. What? And they're talking about threatening him with insurance fraud. I would say you could get about 20 years in prison, so that's a death sentence for him. And then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do. So there are a lot of problems with it.
And if he's exonerated? Well, it could shine a light on the murky world of insurance litigation. As this courtroom drama unfolds, all eyes are on Sunny and Emmanuel Hostin. Will this case redefine their public personas, or will it fade into the background like so many other high-profile scandals? One thing's for sure, it's not going away anytime soon. Stay tuned, stay informed, and as always, drop your thoughts below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time as we dive deeper into this unfolding story.